It's noon here in Ventnor City, New Jersey, and our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And this is news that you can use from CarEdge for Tuesday, May 7th, with your host, me, Ray. And, well, the guy wearing a nice shirt today, Zach. What's going on, handsome?
Hey, Pops, happy Tuesday to you. Excited to be here with you and everyone else. Want to remind everyone that today's show, it's brought to you by CarEdge. Check it out, CarEdge.com. If we can help you with anything, buying, selling, protecting, the car buying service, the car search, the car buying tools, anything in between, we are here to help. CarEdge.com. Dad, we're going to talk about Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. And holy cow, man, they are effed even more. I didn't know it was possible, but they are effed even more. We talked about a little bit yesterday on the show, the fact that Stellantis is now incentivizing dealers to take inventory versus, actually selling cars. And today, Dad, I spent a little bit of time over on the CarEdge car search, and I'll show you this live. You go to CarEdge.com, folks. You go to the car search, and lo and behold, if you look for a Ram 1500, and if you select new,
yes,
what do you see, Dad?
I see there's 53,476 of them available nationwide.
And what do you see right about, there? What number is that?
That's a 2025. Geez, aren't we in May of 2024?
Folks, we have over at Stellantis for the Ram products, 53,476 Ram 1500 pickup trucks. And I want to show y'all something here. Let's cap this 2024.
Okay.
27,000. Dad, there are 27,000 new 2025s on dealer lots right now, and they are struggling to sell these. And, oh man, that TRX showing up is crazy. But their dealers are struggling to sell the 2024s, 2023s. There's even 1,000 2022s still sitting on dealer lots, new ones. Yet there's half as many brand new 2025s. And interestingly, today, the UAW announced that there might be a local strike happening, a work stoppage happening as a result of really, really poor working conditions at a Michigan stamping plant, which would actually hinder Ram 1500 production. What the hell's going on over there, man? Is this work stoppage actually like a blessing in disguise for Stellantis?
Well, I'm pretty sure that Stellantis is praying. Please let them strike. Please. That way, maybe we can get our inventory back in control to where it makes sense. I think my headline says it all. I am so glad not to be at a CDJR dealership. I mean, could you imagine having to manage one of those dealerships today where you have a manufacturer that is, really a European brand that took over when Fiat left. And the way they sell cars in Europe is slightly different than the way they sell cars in North America. And the brand during Stellantis' ownership, they've raised their MSRPs by over 50% in the last 5 years. They haven't raised the quality of the product by over 50% in the last 5 years. And their dealers are overloaded with inventory. And Stellantis doesn't seem to really, want to support the dealers with customer incentives to give the customer a reason to come in.
Incentives on some of the Stellantis products have actually gone backwards. That there had been a 15% incentive on some of the Jeep Wranglers, and that is now a 7% incentive. It's got to be, and I just want to pull up some more numbers. Stellantis North America sales are down 20% year over year. So this is like everyone's feeling it. However, they're shipping more of the brand new. I mean, it's like a race to the bottom, but against themselves. It's like a really, really, really bad situation over there right now.
I don't know. It seems to me that with what they're doing, with not necessarily incentivizing a customer to come in, but incentivizing a dealer to accept even more inventory when they're already overloaded, that what they're doing is they're looking for a way to thin the herd, to maybe cut 10 to 15% of their dealer body out altogether. Have 10 to 15% of the dealers say, had enough. Here's your franchise. You can have it back. I can't tell you how thankful I am that I don't have to manage one of those dealerships. That because the biggest thing you can do is inventory management. I don't know how you manage your inventory at a Stellantis dealership if they just want to keep sending you more and they don't want to help you sell what you have. It's ugly. It's ugly. It's
Let's
almost
look at
as
the market
ugly as
conditions.
me.
No, you're not ugly, man. Let's look at the market conditions for a quick second. I know I mentioned the 2025s are coming out, and yeah, let's actually just look at 2025s real quick. 2025. Whoops, 2025 to 2025. Yeah, you've got 27,000 new 2025 Ram 1500s. And I got to say, right now is probably a terrible time to be in the market for a 2025 Ram 1500 because the dealer's going to say and try as hard as they can to flip you onto a 24 or a 23 or a 22 because they still have those sitting around.
Yes.
So let's humor me for a minute here, Dad. Let's click into one of these. This one's on the ground. It's real. $68,000 MSRP. Yeah, I mean, obviously these are brand new cars, but this is in Detroit, Michigan. There are 793 of these brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramies for sale, and only one has sold in the last 45 days, probably because the dealer's pushing the customer to buy the 24 instead.
Of course.
But we've never seen numbers like these before, folks. This is asinine.
You know that if you went into the dealership and you expected to get a deal on a 2025, the dealer's going to look at you and go, "You want a deal? You want to save some money? Here's a 2024. You really want to save some money? Here's a 2023. And you really, really, really want to save some money and you really, really, really want to do me a favor? I still have a few leftover 2022s. So they're not going to incentivize you to buy that 2025. They're going to look at you and they go, I've got over a year to sell these 2025s. Okay? But I'm rapidly running out of time to sell the 2024s, 2023s, and 2022s.
Let's do another experiment here really quick, Dad. I'm going to come back in. So these vehicles are at Snethcamp, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. So what I'm going to do, folks, under resources, I'm going to go to dealer reviews. And over here on the left, I'm going to type in Snethcamp. Yep, there we go. And then I'm going to view inventory. So now we're looking at just inventory at this particular dealership. It remembers all my filters. So I'm going to get rid of that filter right there. So they only have 375 vehicles at this dealership. That's not a lot for a CDJR dealership,
no,
in all honesty. But now let's look at the Ram 1500s. They have 96 of them. And then what I'm going to do is, instead of sorting by distance nearest, I'm going to do days on market oldest. Wow. Okay. This dealership has no 2024s. I'm struggling to believe that, but there you go. They only have 2025s. What the heck did they do with their 24s, you think?
I don't know. Did they put them in service loaner fleet? Did they sell them to Enterprise? Did they?
Let's look. Let's go
use. I mean, what did they do?
Let's go. No, they only have 9 used ones. Wow.
Yeah.
Is this what CDJR dealers are doing? They're like fire selling their 2024s because this dealership, again, doesn't actually have that. Let's do another one. Let's look at another. What's a big CDJR dealership? What's one out there?
Like I would know. Okay.
What's a
Dave
one?
Smith.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The things
Right.
I do for you.
All right. So they have 291 vehicles for sale at Dave Smith. That's not a lot either. Ram 1500. Yeah, actually, man. Oh, those are just used. Whoops.
Yeah.
There you go. They've got 128 new ones. Let's change the sort to be oldest. Yeah, there you go, folks. This is what I was expecting to see. This is what's going on at Dave Smith. You want a deal, you're going to get the 388-day-old 2023 option.
Wow.
Holy cow, man. They got a lot of 2023s.
They're Dave Smith, damn it.
Now you're into the 2024s. And let's see, do they have some 2025s? My fingers are crossed. It's loading, baby. It's loading. Yep, and they have 2025s. Did you ever manage a dealership that had 3 model years worth of new cars?
No. No, I would have been fired long before that could have happened. Come on.
I mean, that's bad, right, man?
I
Like,
mean,
that's bad.
if you're the manager, whether you're the new car manager or the general manager, and you have three model years of new vehicles of the same type, well, that would just indicate to me you're not much of a man. What are you managing? Okay, ordering lunch. I mean, what are you managing? You're not managing the inventory. You're not managing the staff. You're not. You're not uh, encouraging your staff or incentivizing your staff to sell the oldest units you have in stock. You're not managing. You're existing. Hey, I exist at a CDJR. I would have been fired.
You're freaking funny, man. You're existing. All right, I got a question for you, though.
Yes.
So this dealership, let's go back to page 1. This Laramie that they've had, holy cow, this Laramie that they've had for 388 days.
Yeah, that's more than a year, isn't it?
Yep. If I'm a customer and I'm interested in buying it, I'm curious what the day's supply is. And there's still 105 day supply. Wow. What do I need to know? What do I need to know? What do I need to do on the test drive? What do I need to know? Like, if I'm a Stellantis customer, a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram customer, and I'm looking for a deal right now, and I'm going out there and I'm contacting Dave Smith, and I found their oldest vehicle, and it's a 3 model year behind, 2 model year behind option. What do I need to know? What do I need to think about?
Well, I think I'd say to him, I did some research, and I understand the vehicle that I'm interested in has recently celebrated a birthday. Okay. And from what I understand, you don't want vehicles to celebrate birthdays. So I don't know what you did for that vehicle on its birthday, but what are you willing to do for me to take that birthday bad boy off of your hands? Okay. And it better be good, and it better be big. The discount better be bigger than you ever thought you needed to do in order to get rid of the vehicle. I mean, do you want it to celebrate a second birthday? Are you going to buy it 2 cupcakes next year? I mean, what are we doing here, folks? So you just have to look at them and go, did you already pay for this vehicle? Did your floor plan company say we're not flooring it any longer? Just pay for it. The dealer, it's a 2-year-old vehicle, so at a $7,000 discount, that doesn't even come anywhere near approximating what 2 years worth of depreciation would be. Now, I understand you want to sell it as a new vehicle because, well, it's never been titled. But the minute I buy it, what's it going to lose? 30% of its value? 40% of it? It's 2 years old.
Let's test it, man. Let's test it. You know how we do things here. All right, we got a 2023.
How do we do things here?
We do things like this, folks. On CarEdge.com/sell, you can get instant cash offers for any vehicle. You're supposed to use it for, your trade-in, a vehicle you're thinking of selling, but, sometimes for research purposes here, we end up using it in this way. And we were in, I don't know, let's just do locally here, 20895. That's fine. All right, so we've got the 2023 Ram 1500. I have to put it in with some mileage on it, or else
500.
Yep, I used 500, and we'll do here in my neck of the woods. Let's see. CarEdge.com/sell. Yep, 2023 Ram 1500 Laramie. All right, give me a second here. I'm just going to say it's got a clean title.
We're going to give you all the time you need.
All right, appreciate that about you.
Well, at my age, I don't have a lot of time left, so you wouldn't think necessarily I have a lot of patience left, but I probably have more patience than time.
Some words of wisdom from my father. Stand by, folks. We are waiting for offers. The original MSRP on this vehicle is $68,860. The CarEdge target discount is $7,747. That would mean the dealer discount should be $7,747 plus any manufacturer incentives, which I don't think there are a ton of. Do you have a guess, Dad, of what the Car Gurus network is paying for that vehicle with 500 miles on it?
$39,850.
All right, get some guesses in the chat. It's actually, I'm going to say it, it's higher than I thought it would be. I will share the screen in just a second. Yeah, I'm trying to do the math in my head. $68,000 truck, 500 miles on it. And $43,800.
Wow. What, you don't think that's a major league loss? So if you're the customer and you buy it for 61 grand, you just lost $18,000. I don't know. As soon as you have fixed your signature to the paperwork.
All right, when you frame it like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a little that's they name trash bags after that type of. That's hefty, buddy. Hefty. I mean, come on.
Hefty, if you want to sponsor the channel, more power to
Send
you.
them
Let's
an
jump to the
invoice.
chat for a minute, and then we are going to go to a really interesting story that was in automotive news. We got from Fly Jumper Fly.
Thank you,
Thank
Fly
you for contribution.
Fly.
Told someone you have jobs, but he couldn't find them. CarEdge.com/careers. CarEdge.com/careers. Please go take a peek if you are interested. Igor reminding us that every Stellantis dealership, CDJR dealership, is rocking and rolling in the service department right now. With all the warranty claims and horrible quality, CDJR dealers are making a lot of money. It's a good point.
Yeah, but the money they're making in service doesn't cover what they're losing in sales. The cost of sitting on double the inventory that you need based on what your sales rate is. You ain't making all that up just in service. You can try like hell, but your salespeople are starving. Not that anybody would care that the salespeople are starving. Customers certainly wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. But let's face it. They're not selling as well as they would. I'm just glad I don't run a CDJR dealership.
Can I ask you a legit question before we keep going in the chat?
Yes.
Like, what was your like most difficult? So you had mom, me, and my sister.
Yeah.
And you were, mom was a school teacher, so she made some money, but you were like the primary breadwinner. Like, what was your roughest year earnings wise in the auto industry? And then I want you to like tell me if CDJR sales managers are probably in like a similar or worse situation right now.
Oh God. After the Great Recession, things took a turn for the worse. Where I might have been earning mid 100, like $150,000 a year, suddenly, I'm earning $100,000 a year, and that's a big drop. When you lose a third of your income, and if you're not selling as much product as you normally would, your paycheck's going down. If your average gross profit per vehicle is going down, your paycheck's going down. Do you try every trick in the book? Do you hope that the money can be made back in the finance and insurance departments? Yeah, that's what you're hoping. But the salesperson doesn't participate in that. The salesperson, they might have $100 mini or $150 mini, okay? And if 70% of the vehicles you're selling are minis, and even if you sold 10 cars and 7 out of the 10 are minis, that's what, 700, that's $1,050 commission on those 7. And then maybe you made $300 a car in the other 3. You sold 10 cars and made $2,000. Times that by 12. Where are you going? You can't even afford to eat at Burger King.
You definitely can't afford to buy and drive one of those vehicles. That's for sure. But I hear you. I mean, the struggle is very real for CDJR employees and the dealerships.
Yes. Service manager's probably happy as hell. And the service advisors are happy, and the techs are probably making some money. Okay, but everybody else in the store is going, can we get donations? So some of the sales people have to be looking at, well, maybe I can get fired and I can collect unemployment. I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, I just saw something from Igor that you have to pull up. about
Yeah,
what his
100%.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's got to be a pretty big deal, and B, that just tells you how many problems are associated with every one of those Stellantis products.
For those
Gee,
of you that
Louise.
listen to the podcast, we daily news you can use from CarEdge as a podcast, $1.5 million a month in revenue just from service and
Yeah.
parts. Dad, earlier in the show from Passport Bros Business Class. Love
Yes.
that. Thank you for the contribution. I'm done with CDJR, took my money to Cadillac.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are done with CDJR.
Oh,
And let's
by the
come here.
way, did you see where Cadillac said they're going to continue with gas-powered vehicles into the 2030s? Excuse me? I thought by the end of the decade it was just going to be 100% electric. What does that tell you?
I think it tells, man, there's so many things that you've called on this show that are going to actually come to fruition. One of which is our favorite segment of the show that's coming up soon. I want to come here to Rich Diana. Rich, thank you for the kind contribution. Age does not always lead to wisdom. Ray has it. That's very kind, Rich.
What do I have the age that I got? Do I have the wisdom? Not really. I just have some life experience. Now, could that possibly translate into some wisdom? Perhaps. Thank you, Rich. You're
very kind, Rich. We really appreciate it. We've got here from Pepsi KJ. Thank you, Pepsi KJ. I'm thinking of buying a 2023 Charger Road and Track from Seth Wadley Dodge in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. Look at their deals. Are they good? Let's do it, man. You ready to go?
Jeez, I got nowhere to be.
This is what we do, folks. All right, Pepsi KJ, let's do it. So what dealer was that, Dad? It was Seth Wadley?
Seth Wadley, Wadley. All
right. Seth
in
Wadley.
Pauls Valley, Oklahoma.
All right, give me a couple tries here. Oh, nice. We don't have any inventory tied to it. Let me try one more. Seth Wadley.
Yeah.
Ford, Chevy, Lincoln, Chevrolet, Auto Group. All right, let's try Auto Group. View inventory. Woohoo! Okay, so he said, which vehicle is he looking for, Pops?
Charger RT, a 2023 Charger RT.
All right, folks, I'm doing this over on the CarEdge. Car search. They only have 4 of them, so let's keep that in mind. 4 of these. Let's look at, I don't know. Let's look at this first one here. Why not? They've had it 230
what we
days.
don't know is Pepsi KJ looking at a new one or a pre-owned? Didn't say that.
2023, I would imagine. New. But let's look at this, Dad. We're suggesting a $2,000 discount. Market conditions, 133 days supply. I'm going to go down here. I want to actually take a peek at the dealer website. Whoa,
man. Seth Wadley taking off 12 grand till you walk in and actually try and buy that bad boy.
All right, all right, here you go, folks. So let's break this down. We've got the MSRP, which is $48,890.
Yes.
There's a dealer discount, which is the market adjustment based on supply and demand of this vehicle. Okay, so they're taking $3,936 off. That's good. Yeah, again, our algorithm is saying anything over $2,000 as a dealer discount is good. Then there's $1,000 retail bonus cash, and then there's another $3,700 retail bonus cash. Then you've got the gamesmanship, which is $4,000 tied to you having a trade-in or financing with them.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bogus.
What are you thinking though, Pops? I mean, based on what I'm seeing from our website, I'd say if you go in there and the dealer doc fee isn't absolutely absurd, if they don't hit you with a bunch of add-ons, these are a lot of what ifs, but like if those things don't happen, that's a good discount. Yeah.
My guess is there's all kinds of other things that are going to get added, but who knows? I am foolish enough to want to believe everything a dealer says in their advertising. I'm foolish enough to want to believe it, but I'm smart enough to know not to believe it.
Look what they've done with their prices in the past. This is super interesting. They were all the way down all the way up at 48,000, 45,000, 43,000, 37,000, 36,000, 36. Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah. Do you think the reason it's still there is because
every time someone goes in to actually buy it,
there's a lot of bogus charges?
Pepsi, KJ, if that deal's actually that deal with no other crap added to it, do it. If there's crap added to it, negotiate it off. That would be the recommendation from Charles Lott. Charles, thank you.
Thank you, Charles.
A few weeks ago, you live looked up a VIN, emailed the dealer about it. They didn't respond. And then it was at a different dealer in West Virginia, 300 days on the market, but at a higher price now. Why do dealers do that, man? Well, why do they not respond? Why do they move cars around? Like, help us understand it.
Okay, why do they not respond? Because they're poorly managed. Okay, it's that simple. If you're not responding to an email, the dealership is poorly managed. Somebody's not watching what's going on leads that are coming in. Why do dealers move inventory around? Well, let me put it to you this way. Oftentimes when I had old new car inventory, I would dealer trade it to another dealer, and he could trade me his old stuff. Okay. And guess what happened? It started 0 days in inventory when I got it. So I might have traded a car that was 300 days in inventory for somebody else's car that was 300.
We lost him. Oh no. That's such a shame. I'm sure my dad will be very disappointed when he comes back and realizes that he was lost. Please screenshot that screen. I'll actually leave it just as him for a moment. Screenshot this and send it to me direct
inventory. But the moment I got it, the clock started hurry. Yeah.
He's back.
He's back. All right, folks. Back and my internet's going bad now. Yeah.
You're good, Pops. You're good. All right, folks. We are going to switch gears. We're going to do our favorite segment of the show. He got Stellantis. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to do our favorite segment of the show. But before we do, Peggy would like to make sure that his internet connection is working. Go for it, Pop.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, buddy. Look. Oh, yeah. Oh, Peggy, I'm rolling away. Oh, thank God the sofa stopped me. Really?
We live.
Really? You gotta be kidding me.
Pops, you say it all the time. Nothing succeeds quite like failure. Lucid just came out with their quarterly earnings. Q1 net loss of $685 million, revenue of $173 million as cash burn continues. Lucid's net loss was an improvement over the $780 million that they lost in the first quarter of 2023. But the company's stock price, man, defying the laws of the financial markets, it actually went down. For a reminder here, folks, Lucid CEO's 2022 compensation was $380 million, $379 million, which is it's not even close. This individual was paid more than anyone else without being insensitive or saying anything that might get us in trouble, Pops.
Yes.
Go for it.
I want to find a Saudi sponsor.
No, that's insensitive. You can't keep saying that. That's insensitive.
Why is that insensitive? They're using, it's all Saudi backed money. Oh my goodness gracious! And it's the investment fund. I mean, what? Who's running that investment fund? Somebody over there is going, we're going to give you, I don't know, a couple $100 billion. See how you can turn it into $100 billion by giving all the money to Lucid. I mean, I'm not a bright man at all. But if you're in charge of an investment fund, don't you want to do it like the way Warren Buffett did it, where they give you money and you grow the money, not they give you money and you see how much of that money I can lose. I mean, how many billions of dollars are they going to sink into Lucid? And I would allow them to sink much less than that into me. Okay. I'll save them $998 million. Give me $2 million. $2 million. That's all I'm asking for. $2 stinking million. You got it? That's pocket change. Oh my gosh.
You sounded a little bit like Seinfeld when you yell like that. Pocket change. That was pretty funny, man. Yeah, absolutely absurd, man. Like, makes absolutely no sense what's going on there. But maybe hey, we saw the Carvana stuff, right? Like we talked about how Carvana were, in disaster mode, and then obviously they're doing great. So maybe we're just missing the mark on something.
I don't know what I don't know how you reward the CEO every year when he, $680 million they lost in this quarter. Is that what it is?
Which was better than first quarter.
No, I understand it's better. So 4 quarters in a year, that's $2.8 billion. And yet those type of losses translate into $380 million worth of compensation. Sure. We're losing money. Why don't I get more? How come you don't pay me more? I don't. What are we doing wrong?
All right, folks, CarEdge.com. Please go check it out. That is the company that my dad and I started 4 years ago. Happy to help you. You do not have to talk to a dealer again, or do it yourself, and you can, and just make sure you get a good deal. Go check it out, CarEdge.com. Dad, I will be off tomorrow. I'm traveling, but yes. Brandon from Car Questions Answered, he texted me earlier. He said he'd be available for the show tomorrow. So we should have a show tomorrow with Brandon from Car Questions Answered.
Very
and I'm back Thursday and Friday. Excited to be back with you.
I'm just going to say 2 letters, SB, S as in Sam, B as in boy, stands for Saudi benefactor. That's Dad, all my birthday's coming up. My birthday
from JS. I subscribed to CarEdge.
Put me in, coach.
Took 2 phone calls with Ashley and applied everything to get a Chevy Silverado 1500 ZR2 for close to $8,000 off the selling price Saturday with a 2.9% APR. I was so confident. Thank you. This is what we're up here. This is what we do here at CarEdge. We like helping people like JS. That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. I
just want a Saudi benefactor for my birthday.
He has lost. Stop it. It is insensitive.
It's not insensitive. What's insensitive about it? I don't know who doesn't want a Saudi prince. Somebody once said, someday my prince will come. I think that might have been Kodak, okay? When they actually used film cameras. Someday my prince, Prints, will come. Not my Saudi prince. Although that's what I want for my birthday. See if we can arrange that, handsome.
See you on Thursday.
Have safe travels tomorrow, honey. Please do. Yes.
Love you.
I love you too. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.